Hey, Randy, remember the 80s flick Revenge of the Nerds?
Sure, especially a few of those naughty scenes in the sorority house. Why do you ask?
Oh, just thinking about a comic who's turned his love of films and his unashamed pride in being a science fiction nerd into a legendary comedy career.
And there's a Starbucks near us that they have the best employees and the worst customers on the planet. You can't hear the Norah Jones CD over the sound of eyes rolling. That is how hip.
Of course. That's Patton Oswalt, writer, actor, stand-up supreme, god of geek culture, and this week's legend of comedy.
I'm Steve McClellan.
And I'm Randy Hodgins, and today we meet Patton Peter Oswalt. Born in Portsmouth, Virginia in 1969, Patton was a military brat who moved around. His love of comics and pop culture was both an escape and a way to make friends, as well as a rich source he would mine for comic gold later in his career.
That career began in 1988, but at the beginning, Patton earned most of his coin as a comedy writer for shows such as Mad TV. A 1996 special for HBO established his stand-up brand, clever and detailed riffs on the excesses of American culture. An early bit that clicked on radio was Patton's take on a new KFC food item.
America has spoken. Pile my food in a bowl like I'm a dog. If there's any way you could put my dinner in a blender and liquefy it and then put it into a caulking gun and inject it into my femoral artery, that would be even better.
As his stand-up career took flight, Patton also landed juicy acting roles, including a long run on The King of Queens. He also penned a best-selling book, Silver Screen Fiend, on his movie-watching addiction, a subject he also addressed on the stand-up stage.
And the first thing I thought of doing, if I actually had a time machine, is I would go back to around 1993 or 94 and kill George Lucas with a shovel. That was the first thing that came to my mind. And stop him from making the prequels.
Now, after his wife, crime writer Michelle McNamara, tragically died in 2016, Patton took on the task of completing her book on the Golden State Killer. He also returned to stand-up, releasing 2 highly acclaimed Netflix specials.
Hiking is not exercise. Hiking is the segue between the actual exercise you did in your 20s and 30s and then the gentle mall walking that you're going to do in your 70s and 80s so that you'll fit into the tuxedo at the funeral home. Because you don't want him splitting the back of the jacket open. That's embarrassing. Come on.
Besides his acting and stand-up tours, Patton also hosts a long-running residency at the Largo Club in L.A., featuring himself and other stars of alternative stand-up.
You can find out more about Patton Oswalt and all our comedy legends, including video clips and extended audio cuts at laughtracksradio.com. Thanks for listening, and until next time, it's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from him. Goodbye, everybody.